fortress has collapsed? What of Melia? And Shulk?
The observation was based solely on long-range intelligence. We cannot be any more specific.
You don't need to worry about them.
But...
Take it easy. I've got a pretty good idea where they are. If you're gonna attack, you better do it now. Their fortress ain't completely destroyed. Or do we just sit here and wait to die?
Shall I perform the divination ritual now?
Forgive me, Seer. That will not be necessary. From now on, we will seize our destiny with our own hands.
We don't need to see the future. The Mechon forces are on their way. No doubt about it. I like the look in your eye there, lad. It's time. This is war!
And the game asks if I want to save my progress. Anytime the game asks, the answer is going to be yes. So let's go ahead and put it there. And move on.
It's been a long time since I last had this dream. I reached out for a piece of scrap metal. And then I fell into the ground. Was I dreaming? Vera! What's that?
And it looks like Shulk is all by himself now. That's not a good party for me. I don't like that party. But I learned a skill. We've made it to Wreckage Beach. This is a new area. After all, we jumped off the Mechonis. Alright, we should be dead. But we're not. Let's take a look at the skill that Shulk has learned as a result, though. He has learned... Cheer of a Friend causes burst affinity to fill more of the party gauge. Now we have a choice of Chain of Friendship, increases chance of a chain link. That is nice, but we'll see if there's something better. Increases chain attack damage with ultimate teamwork, also quite nice. Then we have Element of Surprise, improves arts with bonus effects from behind. That's just a couple things, but I do use them a lot. And then we have Immunization, grants immunity to debuffs that reduce stats. To be honest, I think I'm going to go with the Chain Link. Even though I'm not necessarily doing the chain attacks too often, I feel like that is going to be worthwhile to move it that way. Since he learned it, I think somebody else has learned it, but, well... Shulk's all by himself, so I don't get the opportunity. Let's just go where the game wants me to go. As it's turning to night, let's make it day. I like this place better during the day. Still trying not to talk about this place too much, but we are on a beach, Wreckage Beach. There's wreckage here. We need to go get Fiora. Maybe we can reach out to her. Maybe things are gonna be okay.
Fiora. Fiora! She's still breathing. Wake up. Come on. Wake up. She needs water.
And so we get a new quest. It's a story quest named Reunion with Fiora. Shulk finds Fiora inside the silver face, unconscious but still alive. You have to find a way to help her. Investigate the beach and get some water from Fiora. We'll see what we can do. I have earned another location here, which is Silver Wreckage. We can try to talk to Fiora. Fiora, hold on. I'll bring you some water. So apparently this is salt water because this is not drinkable, not potable water. I wonder where I can find some water. For the record, there are enemies around here. Maybe I do have to go running a bit in order to find them, but there are enemies. I would recommend avoiding them. They're normal level, and I don't have a normal party. But we can head back to Wreckage Beach, and we can find the Zact Spring. And here we can get the water. You collected some clean water until I stepped in it.
Fiora, you're awake. Do you remember? My name is
I can't believe it. My first kiss.
You do remember me. Fiora.
Of course I do. Shulk. I never forgot you or the others.
Then why?
Because I wasn't me anymore. I wanted to call out, but I couldn't.
What do you mean?
When it happened. When Colony 9 was attacked by the Mechon. I thought I had died. I felt the Mekon's claw rip through me. I couldn't remember anything. There was no sound, no light, no pain. When I came round, I had the body of a machine. And it felt like there was someone inside me.
Someone else? The one who was controlling the Mechon you were in?
Yes, that voice. But I could still see and hear. I was there all the time. Except I had no control over my body, and I couldn't talk.
That's why it seemed like you didn't recognize us.
Yes. Inside my heart, I was crying out desperately. But you didn't hear me. Nobody did.
We always believed it was you.
It's okay. You don't have to say that. I know it would have confused me.
But the person inside you, do you know who it was?
No. I heard her voice when she spoke, but I didn't know what she was thinking. There was something she urgently needed to do. I understood that much.
What do you think happened to her?
Maybe she's sleeping. Or maybe she's trapped like I was.
I hope she stays trapped, hijacking your body, treating it like it's her own.
I guess.
I say good riddance, and let that be the end of it.
Shulk, I don't think she's totally to blame.
Why not?
She needed my body for something. I don't know what it was. I just know it was important. I want to help.
Why would you?
I knew she was using my body, but I didn't hate her for it. She was kind. She was taking care of my body. I could feel it.
Really?
Yeah. And she did everything she could to protect you.
So, back when we were fighting...
Against Egil, she knew what I wanted to do, and did it for me. So, I want to help her if I can. Please, Shulk.
All right. Then we'll do everything we can to find out what she was trying to do.
Thank you.
Welcome back, Fiora.
I'm glad to be here. What do we do now?
We have to find the others. I know they're alive. I can feel it. Everyone's gonna be surprised when they see you.
Everyone being?
Ryan, Dunban, and there are a few others we met along the way. Sharla, Ricky, and Melia. I just know you're gonna like them.
It looks like you've been through a lot as well.
Yeah. But nothing's gonna separate us now. Come on, let's start searching.
And so we now have a party of two. We have Shulk and we have Fiora. And we get a new quest. Story quest. We made it. Shulk and the others became separated in the confusion. He and Fiora found themselves on a beach. The others must be nearby. Find your friends. I found the clean water, by the way. We get an update to the tutorial. It's been a long time since we viewed the tutorial, but it's time to talk about Fiora a little bit more in detail. After all, things have changed. Fiora's talent art. My talent art changes depending on what foot equipment I'm wearing. Take cannon drones. It does a lot of damage to enemies directly in my line of sight. My talent gauge fills up when I auto-attack. My combat style changes when I attach different equipment. Ether equipment improves my ether attack and ether defense. Attack equipment improves my physical attack. Speed equipment improves my agility. Power equipment puts my physical defense in top form. I want to try out different combinations and see what I can do, because I mostly like you for your speed and agility. I've always been proud of my attack power. You could say it runs in the family. Not too sure about that. You said it. If anyone can damage Mechon without needing to use enchant, it's you. I couldn't ask for a better sister. I daze opponents with cross impact and then hit them with Spear Blade for massive damage. This body's not bad. Ryan and I will topple the enemy, then you can strike with your combo. It's great to have you back, Fiora. Spoiler, she's back. Cannon Drones has ether attributes, so it's handy when physical attacks don't work. Healing energy cures debuffs and can also restore HP. Wow, Fiora, I am rather envious. Me too. So, that is Fiora. There's lots of things that I'm sure we skipped over because I stopped caring about the tutorial at some point. Not that much, really, but it's been a long time since we actually learned those. We get an update to the quest, but it's probably time for us to check out Fiora a little bit. We do have another party member after all. That seems rather important. She comes with Mechonis swords. Obviously, we don't have anything to replace that yet. The game's good about not giving us a spoiler that we're about to get a new character. That is always nice. She comes with ether goggles, an ether frame, ether arms, ether boosters, and nemesis drones. We don't have any other drones for her. I can't remember off the top of my head which one I prefer the most in terms of the actual equipment, but I'll know the art when I see it. I probably don't need to equip her too much right now. As you can see, she can't really equip anything here, so there's not much I can do in that aspect, but I can give her some agility. Like I said, I love giving her agility. That is my favorite thing to do with her, and I really do like her. I like using her as a character. I like playing as her. It's a lot of fun. In fact, so much fun that I'm gonna switch things up a little bit. I'm going to play as Fiora a little bit, but before we do, I do need to take a look at her arts. I do have it listed in front of me what I want to do. As you can see, she doesn't have much to work with right now in terms of AP, but she does have a lot of stuff. She has double blade, not necessarily my favorite here. Attacking from behind will inflict a large amount of damage, so we get an attack from behind. It does 3 times more damage. It's already at 815 to 997, so it's already pretty strong. Then we have healing energy, once again not my favorite. Removes debuffs and creates a regenerate aura. It's not a regenerate aura, not regenerate. Not my favorite. I don't use her as a healer. I like sticking with Charlotte as a healer. There's nobody that compares to Charlotte when it comes to healing. Regenerates 160 HP, and it only lasts for 15 seconds, so there's the reason why I don't like using it. Then we have Spear Blade. This one I do like. This one is good. Heavy damage on enemies suffering topple. As you can see, 1630 to 1994 damage, and it does 3 times more damage if they're toppled. Then we have Cross Impact, another one that I'm a fan of. A kick attack and a cross formation, inflicting daze, does 1100 to 1300 damage, give or take. It does daze them for 2 seconds, but it's a 2-attack combo. Really nice. Then we have Zero Gravity, another one that I like. Produces a special field that inflicts paralysis. Also does 1500 to 1900 damage, and that lasts for 15 seconds. That is strong. Then we have Lock On. This one I like a lot more. Lock Fiora's sights onto a single enemy, creating an aura of focus. It does create Lock On, and critical hit goes up. Critical hit rate, or critical hate apparently, goes up by 50%. Damage fills the talent gauge by 5%, and that's what I really want to do. So we're going to get rid of healing energy, and we're going to give her Lock On. It's just better for me that way. She's got a lot of stuff to choose from. But yeah, I'm pretty much going to use her as an auto attacker because that's how I feel she is most effectively used, and that's how I really do enjoy using her. Then we have Ether Drain, not one of my favorites. Special field that absorbs ether. Hits a circle around the user, reduces target's ether by 20% and increases her ether by 20%, and bonus 5% for extra enemies, but I'm not using her for ether. There's not too many ether things that I'm using other than Zero Gravity. Then we have Double Wind. This one's good. A dual-bladed outward slash. It hits a fan shape in front, does 1350 to 1650 damage. Plus, it increases her tension by 50%. Next up, we have Magstorm, not one of my favorites. Release an ether wave, striking all in range, inflicts daze on Mechon. Anytime that it's specific like that, I'm typically not a fan, although there's a lot of Mechon. 1270 to 1570 damage. We will inflict daze on those that are already afflicted with Topple, but that only lasts for 2 seconds. Next up, we have Shutdown, also not a favorite. Strike an enemy, inflicting sleep. Sleep's never been my favorite in this game. 1,000 to 1,200 damage, and it does put him to sleep for 5 seconds. Next up, we have Air Fang, also not one of my favorites. There's a lot of things, like I said. We'll make room as we go along. Air Fang, vicious Fang attack, inflicting break. I do like break, but 1350 to 1660 damage. It inflicts break for 5 seconds, and it's a 2-attack combo. That is on the list there, so I'll keep it there. I like it, but it's not a favorite. Then we have Power Drain. This is the one that I actually like. Create a special field that absorbs strength. This one reduces the target enemy's strength by 20%, increases Fiora's by 20%, plus 5% for extra enemies. So this one goes in instead of Ether Drain. So even though I said that the only one that we were going to be using was Zero Gravity, there is also Power Drain, but that doesn't really inflict damage, so I don't need to increase that using Ether Drain. Then we have Guard Shift. This one is not my favorite. Protective Aura that shifts priority from attack to defense. I like using her for auto-attacking primarily, so we're not going to be doing that. I will equip her properly later, but as it stands right now, I don't have too much of a choice, so let's just increase her agility. That's my thought process there. But it will block physical attacks 100%, but it lowers her attack power by 25%. That's 15 seconds. Then we have Second Gear. Tense all the muscles in the body, increasing physical arts damage. Like I said, I'm primarily using her for auto attack, so this is not my favorite, even though it sounds good, not for me. Especially since it only lasts 5 seconds, and it increases her physical arts damage by 50%. It's got a 2-minute cooldown though, so not my favorite. There's other things we need to learn, believe it or not. After all of that, there's still some things that I want to learn. She won't get really strong until I get another aura, believe it or not. But there are some things that are good. Double Wind should be over here. That's good. I'm not going to bother changing this just yet because there's still a lot of things that I want to add to it. But for the time being, I will level up something. Spear Blade, good enough. Level that up to give her something. All right, let's take a look at her skills then. Her skills, she does have a few already. She starts with Mechonis equipment, allows special armor from Mechonis to be equipped. Considering that's all she can equip right now, that seems like a good idea. She's on her way to learning Battle Stance, grants strength up buff at start of battle. That is really nice. There's no conditions on that, no higher level enemies or anything like that. It's just straight strength up buff at the start of the battle for 30 seconds, and that lasts a long time. Then we have Zeal, where we can learn increases block rate when HP is at half. Not my favorite, because like I said, I use her for auto attack, and she's more of a DPS character than anything else, so I don't necessarily need a block rate, but it's nice that it's there. So Daring is one of her trees here. It increases her strength by 10. We have Courage, which increases her critical hit rate up by 4. This is going to be my favorite, I think. Then we have Zeal, HP up by 2%. So, not my favorite. I do have a ton of skill links. We'll deal with that later. For the time being, we are moving forward. I'll deal with that probably off screen. I'll spend some time playing with Fiora a little bit. Like I said, she is my favorite. At least she was last time. I might actually enjoy Melia a little bit more this time, especially more than I did last time, but we'll see. As you can see, there are some enemies around here. We'll take on one Oros Crabble. Just the one. So let's get into a fight.
Come on. We can
Let's
do
get the
it.
lock on.
Everyone, do your best. Fiora, glad
Let's
you're
get
around.
Battle Drain going.
Double wind. I'm feeling
Double
pretty
win. And then it doesn't matter too much after that.
Victories in our sight.
And we got a level for Shulk, which was pretty much the main reason why I did it. We got a thick shell. I actually do want something from them, but we'll have to wait on that one. So, we do get new collectibles here. There is once again, well, actually this time there's a lot of things that I want. There aren't too many collectibles here, but I do want a lot of almost all of them. This is actually quite an important area, but I will wait until kind of the game reveals where we are before I go ahead and spoil it. But, that's an interesting looking thing over there. A lot of metal around here, I will say that. We did fall to get here, didn't we? But like I said, I'll wait. Hey, we got a skill, and we made it to a transformer area. That doesn't sound too good, but there's transformers here. Be on the lookout for things in disguise. Let's move over to Zeal. We'll deal with the affinity coins later. I have 132 of them. We have some Antals over here, including one that will aggro on me, so we'll take on the Antals.
Okay. Let's
These
go.
guys aren't too difficult.
I'm ready.
Yeah, the power drain, it does eat up some time.
All the energy.
So I have to be careful about the order in which I deal with things, but I think we'll be fine for now. I'm not too concerned. God,
Saw it coming.
Fiora,
let's try to get some affinity between these people. It would be nice if they liked each other. After all,
You're mine.
before this started,
Everyone.
it appeared they had a crush on each other,
cool. Let's keep this up.
and they were working things out when it comes to that. Gooey gun, I'll take it. And I got a warning lamp as well. Silver Antal fiber, is that the thing that I need? It is. I need 13 of them. So we'll be killing a lot of Antals. Amethyst gauntlets with some slots. Oh, I get a vision. Hey, it's Dunban. Spoilers, game. They needed silver Antal fibers to restore Colony 6's commerce. This is the last of the 8 that Juju asked us to collect. 8? He wanted 8? Also, I got a warning lamp. Another one over here. Care significantly less about that, but I got another thing that's important. Like I said, we're going to need a lot of everything. That's the last of the 5 digital filaments. Now Rizaka can fix the door of her house. The hell are you on about? Also, there's another Antal here. I have to actually think which way I want to go. I think I want to head up here if they let me, because I don't think this actually goes anywhere. They do. Oh, it just leads to the same spot. So it doesn't matter either way. I like this area. I haven't been saying that a lot about areas that look like metal everywhere, but this area I like. You have a lot of fun here, mostly because it's not 100% metal. Ice kiwi fruit, that's important. Really good gift for Ricky, if memory serves me correctly. Let me just double check here. Yes, really good gift for Ricky. Plus you only need 1 of them, so you'll probably have some to spare. Anything over here? No? Alright, let's go forward. The running Fiora. I don't know. Run cycle's a little weird for me, but that's also weird. I'll take it. We get a warning lamp, and we made it where we were supposed to go. The Ulna Passage. Also a clue.